The Toronto Maple Leafs have witnessed a string of disappointing playoff outcomes during Mitch Marner's career, yet this alone doesn't fully elucidate why he remains criminally underrated. Mitch Marner, the second-best player for the Toronto Maple Leafs, doesn't fit the conventional definition of underrated. He enjoys widespread recognition, boasts all-star credentials, garners award nominations, and is consistently regarded as one of the NHL's premier talents. What's perplexing, however, is that Marner should unquestionably be acknowledged as one of the NHL's top 5 or 6 players, but he seldom secures such lofty positions in positional rankings. Underrated Marner, a genuine top 5 NHL talent, at the very least. It's baffling to see several players who produce similar offensive numbers as Marner, but who undeniably falter in defensive aspects, being hailed as superior athletes. Allow me to illustrate this point with a pertinent example. In the previous season, when Marner graced the ice, the Leafs registered a remarkable 53% in terms of shot attempts and shots. They tallied an impressive 62% of the goals and 55% of the expected goals. Source: naturalstattrick.com. Now, let's juxtapose this with a different player often considered superior to the underrated Maple Leafs superstar. This player's team managed 55% in shot attempts and 53% in shots. They secured 61% of the goals and 53% of the expected goals. It's worth noting that Marner's statistics were superior the preceding year as well. Furthermore, Marner contributes substantially on the penalty kill, averaging 2 minutes per game, a facet absent in Nathan MacKinnon's repertoire. Marner boasts superior defensive skills, excels at 5v5 play, and registers only slightly fewer points. Nevertheless, the consensus tends to place Marner as the 4th or 5th best right winger in the NHL, whereas Nathan MacKinnon frequently garners acclaim as the second-best player in the NHL, often outranking Auston Matthews. Is a marginal increase of half a point per 60 minutes of ice time enough to outweigh better 5v5 results, superior defensive prowess, and elite penalty-killing abilities? One might argue that it doesn't. Furthermore, it's essential to note that MacKinnon possesses a Stanley Cup, while Marner's team hasn't advanced beyond the second round. However, when MacKinnon was the same age as Marner is now, he had yet to secure a Stanley Cup himself. On the subject of the Stanley Cup, it's quite plausible that Marner will eventually claim one. Moreover, despite Marner's reputation for underperforming in the playoffs, the statistics paint a different picture. Over 50 postseason games, he boasts nearly a point per game and exhibits elite expected goals metrics, as mentioned above. In essence, Marner stands as the superior player, backed by superior statistics and a more significant impact across various facets of the game. The prevailing tendency to overcompensate for the Toronto Maple Leafs' prominence in the hockey world, combined with their misfortune in the playoffs, has unjustly cast Marner as the most underrated player in the league.